Hi, my name is Haley Lavachek. I'm going to be starting up a vlog, which I'll be covering a lot of topics. Some of them will be random things sometimes, what I'm thinking, certain subjects, my crazy rantings, um, cover some things on my reviews or preferences for TV shows, makeup, lots of different stuff. However, main thing I'll be doing probably more of is book reviews. I like to read. I can read fast, so I go through a lot of books. And to just do regular reviews on them, I have kind of a lot going on in my head, and that it's kind of like, oh my god, that would be way too long to write it all down, or what I'm thinking. So I decided to vlog about it. My tagline is from the maddening mind of Haley B. Don't ask me why. It's just something that came up with a long time ago when I was doing a lot of different things, but that's what it is. A few things. Whatever it is, I mean, for the most part, when I get into makeup and stuff like that, if I know how to do it, can show you certain things like that. But for book reviews, a lot of times I will have them in two parts. One part being, kind of like a brief, kind of like a little brief summary, kind of like giving you a hint on what the book's about. Some things I will try to remember and add, certain content like, jealous ex or jealous, whatever. And put it in there. But for the most part, the first part will be for people who hadn't read the book and not really a lot of details, just kind of like a summary and kind of what I thought about it, my rating on it. And then I'll do a second part that basically goes, kind of no holds barred, kind of like, gives way, has the spoilers, tells you what's happening and stuff like that. Most of the time. Sometimes if it's something that's like really like a short thing, I'll kind of just go and give a review and just say everything that's happening. So you'll see that. So check the top parts. Usually you'll see part 1, part 2. Otherwise, I'll summarize it up with spoilers. And I'll try to do that for most of it. As my videos go on, if you watch them, you'll start to get the gist of it. Also, at the bottom, if you're doing reviews, if you have any requests for books, even if they're older books that you're kind of like, well, I kind of want to know, or I kind of want a review, or, kind of like tell me a little bit about this, put it in for that section. So like, if you kind of just want to know little bits or have little questions or something like that aren't spoilers and kind of stuff like that, you can put it in part 1 so I know to kind of do that kind of review. Or if you kind of want to know the whole review, or if you're somebody who kind of likes the spoilers and kind of just wants to know a lot of things about what happens, do that in the part 2 section. If you're somebody who just wants questions answered about the book, like maybe you haven't read it, but you're like, okay, I kind of want to know this, is it a sad ending, happy ending, is there a jealous ex-girlfriend, is there, somebody meddling, is it dealing, does it have really bad content, like is there rape in it, stuff like that. You can ask those questions and I will basically just try to, and if you want it as a review, I can attempt to do that with questions that come in. Like I will probably wait maybe a few weeks and just compile them from anybody and everyone that asks and just do a video addressing all of those. But just let me know. For future looking around, yes, I probably will not look at the camera super much. I may look down a lot. It's weird for me. I'm somebody who I need eye contact with a person, and if it's not there, I tend to look down at whatever I've got in my hands. So I will apologize for that. If you can't understand anything, just ask. Reviews, always nice and helpful. Constructive criticism is also fine. Please try to keep the negativity off. Sometimes I will stumble. Sometimes I will say things, give a view on my appearance. At the end of the day, I mean, it's not going to affect me. I mean, you're people on a screen. I really don't. If you're going to say something negative, I really don't care. I've heard everything. Okay, bullying is a big issue I dealt with growing up, so don't care. But it'd be nice if, you know, people who are going to be kind of negative and mean spirited, just keep it to yourself. Like, nobody cares what you're saying. I do not appreciate it when it's directed at other people leaving remarks. Even if it's something even if you're thinking you're doing something in my defense, do it tastefully. I do not like people spouting negativity in regard to other stuff. I think it's unnecessary, it's immature, not needed. So let's keep that off and keep it kind of a nicer, happier place. You don't like my voice, you don't like the way I look, you don't like the way I talk, you think I talk. I don't care. So you want to write it, in the end, you're going to do what you're going to do, but it's not like I'm going to be sitting and reading like, oh my God, or he doesn't like, I really don't care. So, but yeah. So anyways, like I said, requests if you have them, and it can be requests for other things too. I mean, you know, nothing outrageous, but anything that kind of comes up in my video life, you know, books, shows, you know, any of that kind of stuff. Try to hit it. I may do a few like, does this stuff really work, if I come across anything that I like and kind of want to see that, or if I've used it. Things to know. For the most part, I will try not to because it's annoying, but you may see me drinking, or possibly I may be finished eating something when I'm doing my video, depending on the time of day. Little stuff to know about me. I just finished grad school, and it's for counseling. So, you know, sometimes I will say certain things or have certain things, or kind of going through stuff that you may be like, okay, just so you know, that's, you know, my perspective that I have on a few of that, or what I think about that. When I'm going through these, I've read a lot of these. Some of these books that I've read, I read them on my Nook. Some of them I will be doing will be stuff I read fresh. The problem you will see is that I read a lot. I can go through, you know, some of these books that they pop out that are around like 200 some pages. I can go through 2 or 3 of those in a day that I will read. And if I have a free day, you know, you know, it's just out. So it's pulling stuff from a memory, and sometimes I will have to check. Sometimes I will forget characters' names. I think in the future, you know, I've done a few reviews, but I think in the future I will try to kind of make an outline of, you know, main stuff. I will jump back and forth, you know, kind of like hitting a few things in the end, then going back, because it'll be if I remember something. Because I am taking in and reading so much, sometimes it takes me a minute to sort it out. Another reason why writing when doing reviews is just, it just doesn't work. Take way too long. So that is me. But yeah, questions, concerns, worries, whatever, you can put it on the reviews. I'm trying to get, I'm not quite sure how YouTube works with private messaging. If any of you know, great. And if any of you want to do that with any special questions or whatever, go ahead. But like I say, kind of just because I kind of want to share. I've had a few people who kind of want to know my reviews or my opinions on certain things, so I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm going to put it out there. You don't like it, you don't have to like it. It's fine. But like I say, I'm not a huge fan of negativity. Don't like dealing with it. I kind of view it as, you know, you can spread it if you want to. I don't care. So that is what I'll be doing. So this is my vlog, The Maddening Mind of Haley B. So I hope you guys enjoy it. All right?